This is a conditional block. The code inside a conditional block runs if a condition is true. In puzzles with conditionals, we might want to check a condition like if path ahead. This code will only move forward if there is a path ahead. You can use conditionals in lots of different ways, like this or this.
The cloud is blocking the view. There could be a flower under this cloud. If there is a flower, the bee will need to collect nectar once. If there is not a flower, the bee should do nothing. Take a good look at the code below. What do you think will happen after you click run? The bee will move to the cloud and try to get nectar, no matter what. The bee will move to the cloud and only try to get nectar if there is a flower underneath. The bee will move to the cloud and then do nothing, no matter what. I don't know. More clouds. Check underneath every cloud to see if it is hiding a flower before you get nectar. If there is a flower underneath the cloud, the bee will need to get nectar once. Remember, not all clouds hide the same thing. You can only collect nectar from flowers, but you can check any space to see if there is a flower. If there is a flower under any of these clouds, the bee will need to collect nectar once. In this puzzle, we know that every flower has exactly one nectar, but the flowers aren't spaced evenly. Get all of the nectar using as few blocks as possible. Collect all of the nectar using as few blocks as possible. Now I just want to make honey. Some of these clouds might have honeycombs under them. Be sure to check if a honeycomb is hiding behind each cloud. If there is a honeycomb, The bee will only need to make honey once.
This is a conditional block. The code inside a conditional block runs if a condition is true. In puzzles with conditionals, we might want to check a condition like if path ahead. This code will only move forward if there is a path ahead. You can use conditionals in lots of different ways, like this or this. What if you want something else to happen if a condition is false? You can use an if-else block for that. This code will move forward if there is a path ahead. Otherwise, it will turn left. Your code will either move forward or turn left, but never both. This is helpful if you want your code to make decisions based on certain conditions. Here are some more ways you can use conditionals in if-else blocks.
Sometimes a cloud covers a flower, sometimes it covers a honeycomb. Use the if/else block to collect nectar at flowers and make honey at honeycomb. Remember, if there is a flower, the bee only needs to get nectar once. If there is a honeycomb, the bee only needs to make honey once. Look carefully at the code below. What do you think will happen after you click Run? Remember, there will only ever be one honeycomb or one flower behind each cloud. The bee will get nectar at each flower and make honey at each honeycomb. The bee will try to get nectar from both flowers and honeycomb. The bee will try to get honey from both flowers and honeycomb. I don't know. Challenge: there will be either a flower or a honeycomb under each of those clouds. Collect nectar once if there is a flower. Otherwise, make honey once, because there is a honeycomb. Collect all of the nectar or make all the honey. You can only collect nectar from flowers and make honey from honeycombs. Check any space to see if there is a flower or honeycomb. There will only ever be one flower or one honeycomb behind each cloud. Conditionals can be helpful, even when you know exactly what is in each spot. Collect all of the nectar and make all of the honey.